In the Balkans, guys. Welcome to the dojo. This is my gear lodge, the dojo. So that's my heavy bag, that's my maze bag, my slip bag. My slip bag used to be hanging over there where it's nice and high, so it's got a lot of swing and you can really practice slipping and stuff. I made the cleats, guys. Okay, so 1.5 20 by 1.5, that's the material, that's the pipe. So it's a 1.5 thickness, the wall. This is a 3mm plate, 21 centimeters long, welded all around. Okay, but down here I just tacked it on, 6 tacks going around, because you don't want to burn the pipe. If you make a non-stop weld, you're actually weakening this pipe and it may snap above the weld. The way I did it was, I took this piece of wood, I made, so that's the angle of the cut, and then over here with a grinder I beveled it so it slides into this and comes halfway up. So I beveled this side and I beveled this side, okay? Then over the 2 holes, I screwed the 2 plates. I just screwed them down with these screws, okay? So they were just sitting over here, a plate and a plate. Then I would push this into the hole, yes. And then I'll put the other one into the hole on the other angle, yeah. And then I would lay this pipe on top of them, and I would make sure that it's the same height on both sides, that everything's lying flat and even, that this radius is true and it's lying against the pipe and everything's nice. And basically the bottom's not interesting at the moment. That's why, because then it goes down into the hole, so the bottom is sticking out, okay, of those 2 plates. And then I just tacked it. So while it's all looking like this, that's what it's looking like, yeah. The bottom is too long going down into the hole. Then I would hit it over here, hit it over there, and then hit it down here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And just give it 4 welds. So I know that it's not coming out, it's not moving, yeah. And then I would finish the top welds as much as I can, do a few more tacks on the bottom, take off the screws, and then I would weld up the whole thing. And then I would just use an angle grinder and cut off the excess material that was sticking out, and then I'd weld the bottom. Okay, so the true strength is coming from this weld, because this is 3mm thick. So getting this pipe out, you have to break a very long weld. But just to be sure, just to make sure it's all good, then I popped a few ones on the top. So there's about 6 welds on the top. They're not the best in the West. They're not super beautiful. They're not worth the labor. I could have bought them I worked on this for about a day with all the going and getting. I had to go and get thin electrodes. I started working with, I had about 3 or 4 2mm material, 2mm electrodes. That's these ones, stainless steel. And then I had a lot of 2.5. The 2.5 made a mess. That's the first one I made, came out real ugly. I went out, I bought more electrodes, I bought a few more 2mm, and I bought 1.5mm electrodes, and they were the best. Because you're welding a 1.5, so you might as well use a 1.5 electrode. And then you can bring the amps down to 50. And when you're on 50, everything's nice. You just weld. It's hard to go non-stop. You can go non-stop for quite a while, but you're risking it. So it's better to go zzz and then zzz and then zzz. And it's very strong. I believe it's going to do the job. This is what's comes on the end of the 2 uckers, just before the armor. So if I'm tying armor to the wall, so these 2 cleats, they're going to be like that. That's the way my uckers come. They come on angles, and then that piece of wood could be the armor for now. And then I'll be using these guys to tie onto the wall. I believe they're strong, but they weren't worth the labor, but they're Balkan style. So, they're all good. Guys, keep hunting, and may the force be with you. Launching soon. All the best. Force is strong.